think that most of us really want to offer the world something of quality, something that the world will consider good or important. And that's really the enemy, because it's not up to us whether what we do is any good. And if history's taught us anything, the world is an extremely unreliable critic, right? So you have to ask yourself, do you think human creativity matters? Well, most people don't spend a lot of time thinking about poetry, right? They have a life to live, and they're not really that concerned with Allen Ginsberg's poems or anybody's poems until their father dies. They go to a funeral, you lose a child. Somebody breaks your heart, they don't love you anymore. And all of a sudden, you're desperate for making sense out of this life. And has anybody ever felt this bad before? How did they come out of this cloud? Or the inverse, something great. You meet somebody and your heart explodes. You love them so much you can't even see straight. You know, you're dizzy. Did anybody feel like this before? What is happening to me? And that's when art's not a luxury, it's actually sustenance. We need it. Okay, well, what is it? Human creativity is nature manifest in us. We look at the Aurora Borealis, right? I did this movie called White Fang when I was a kid, and we shot up in Alaska, and you go out at night and the sky was like rippling with purple and pink and white. And it's the most beautiful thing I ever saw. It really looked like the sky was playing. Beautiful. Go to Grand Canyon at sundown. It's beautiful. We know that's beautiful. But fall in love? Your lover's pretty beautiful. I have 4 kids. Watching them play, watching them like pretend to be a butterfly or run around the house or doing anything, it's so beautiful. And I believe that we are here on this star in space to try to help one another, right? And first we have to survive, and then we have to thrive. And to thrive, to express ourselves. All right, well, here's the rub. We have to know ourselves. What do you love? And if you get close to what you love, who you are is revealed to you, and it expands. For me, it was really easy. I did my first professional play. I was 12 years old. I was in a play called St. Joan by George Bernard Shaw at the McCarter Theater, and boom, I was in love. My world just expanded. And that profession, I'm almost 50 now, that profession has never stopped giving back to me, and it gives back more and more, mostly, strangely, through the characters that I've played. I've played cops, I've played criminals, I've played priests, I've played sinners, and the magic of this, over a lifetime, over 30 years of doing this, is that you start to see that my experiences, me, Ethan, is not nearly as unique as I thought. I have so much in common with all these people, and so they have something in common with me. You start to see how connected we all are. My grandmother, my great-grandmother, Della Hall Walker Green, on her deathbed, she wrote this little biography in the hospital, and it was only about 36 pages long, and she spent about 5 pages on the one time she did costumes for a play. Her first husband got like a paragraph, right? Cotton farming, of which she did for 50 years, gets a mention. 5 pages on doing these costumes. And I looked, my mom gave me one of her quilts that she made, and you can feel it. She was expressing herself, and it has a power that's real. I remember my stepbrother and I went to go see Top Gun, whatever year that came out. And I remember we walked out of the mall, it was like blazing hot. I just looked at him, and we both felt that movie just like a calling from God, this film, but completely differently. Like, I wanted to be an actor. I was like, I gotta make something that makes people feel. I just wanted to be a part of that. And he wanted to be in the military. And that's what all we ever did, is play FBI, play Army man, play knights, and I'd like pose with my sword. And he would build a working crossbow that you could shoot an arrow into a tree, right? So he joins the Army. Well, he just retired, colonel in the Green Berets. He's a multi-decorated combat veteran of Afghanistan, in Iraq. He now teaches a sail camp for children of fallen soldiers. He gave his life to his passion. His creativity was leadership. Leading others, his bravery to help others. That was something he felt called to do, and it gave back to him. We know this. The time of our life is so short. And how we spend it, are we spending it doing what's important to us? Most of us not. I mean, it's hard. The pull of habit is so huge. And that's what makes kids so beautifully creative, is that they don't have any habits. And they don't care if they're any good or not, right? They're not building a sandcastle going, I think I'm going to be a really good sandcastle builder. They throw themselves at whatever project you put in front of them. Dancing, doing a painting, building something. Any opportunity they have, they try to use it to impress upon you their individuality, right? It's so beautiful. It's a thing that worries me sometimes whenever you talk about creativity, because it can have this kind of feel that it's just nice, or it's warm, or it's something pleasant. It's not. It's vital. It's the way we heal each other. In singing our song, in telling our story, in inviting you to say, hey, listen to me, and I'll listen to you. We're starting a dialogue. And when you do that, this healing happens. And we come out of our corners and we start to witness each other's common humanity. We start to assert it. And when we do that, really good things happen. So if you want to help your community, if you want to help your family, if you want to help your friends, you have to express yourself. And to express yourself, you have to know yourself. It's actually super easy. You just have to follow your love, right? There is no path. There's no path till you walk it. And you have to be willing to play the fool. So don't, read the book that you should read. Read the book you want to read. Right? Don't listen to the music that you used to like. Take some time to listen to some new music. Take some time to talk to somebody that you don't normally talk to. I guarantee if you do that, you will feel foolish. That's the point. Play the fool. Hmm.